Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled, They Have Prepared a Net for My Steps. Lord, will you are edified. Psalm 57 and verse 6, they have prepared a net for my steps. They is referring to the nobility of Edom. They control this entire system. My soul is bowed down. They have digged a pit, referring to this system, okay, which is designed to oppress the nation of Israel before me, and to the midst whereof they are fallen themselves, Salah. And at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to use this same setup to destroy them, okay? Isaiah 51 and verse 14, the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose, the captive, referring to the remnant of Israel. Because of the Holy Spirit, we understand, Lord will, we are the hopeful elect. We understand that we are entangled within the system. And only Yahweh Bashem Yahushua can deliver us, okay? And that he should not die in the pit. The pit is the system, okay? Nor that his bread, his money, his livelihood should fail. Because if your bread fail, you're not going to be able to afford a house or some form of living. Okay, you need transportation, you need food, you have to have insurance, okay, on your apartments or your house or your cars, so on and so forth. So you need bread in order to have some form of sustainment within the system, okay? Now, the point of this lesson, they have prepared a net for my steps. Case in point, my source, FoxNews.com, and this article is entitled, ESPN's Stephen Smith urges LeBron James to be more transparent with fill in the blank decision. All right. And this article was published on the 11th of March, 2021. And it states, LeBron James' response to a question on whether or not he would get the fill in the blank didn't sit well with fiery ESPN personality Stephen Smith. James had told reporters before the NBA All-Star game that he planned on keeping the decision to get the fill-in-the-blank private. I wonder why. Because he's not going to take it if it's up to him, okay? But Smith said Tuesday, this is one thing James shouldn't keep private, given what's at stake when it comes to contracting the illness and what the blank can do to help people. Well, this is a very delicate conversation, and I want to address it with the seriousness that it deserves. In being completely respectful to LeBron James, I want to emphasize that LeBron James has the right to feel that way. To some people, it's an incredibly private situation as a black man, considering the nation's history and its unethical behavior when it came to using black folks as guinea pigs in our eyes. I definitely understand the hesitation and apprehension on this part, Smith initially said on ESPN's First Take. I say this to LeBron James, my brother, all of our brothers, who's an incredibly influential figure. I will say to him, he has taken positions on many things of incredible importance to our community. He continued. One could easily argue, when you see the amount of deaths that have come associated with fill in the blank, is very little that he has encountered that is more challenging or daunting than this. And if you could speak up about those things, you just might want to think about speaking up about this. All right, so that's the main point. This sellout, Stephen A. Smith, is trying to get LeBron James, who is another sellout, to mislead our people, okay? Which is a net within the system. And let's prove that. Psalm 57 and verse 6, they have prepared a net for my steps. When we focus on net in the Hebrew, Strong's H 7568, pronounced as Rashath, which means what? Of leaders, leading people to sin. Case in point, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith urges LeBron James to be more transparent with fill in the blank decision. Okay. And according to the scriptures, Leviticus 19 and 28, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh. Leviticus 21 and 5, they shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. All right. So if you receive the jab, your flesh has to receive a cutting or a piercing. And according to Leviticus 19 and 28 and Leviticus 21 and verse 5, this is a sin. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.